Control yourself. Hey everybody, hello. Today we're working on a 35-ounce tumbler, and I have prepped my tumbler and spray painted it two different colors, well, white, and then this is Joshua's Tree green. It's the closest to a sage green that I could find, and I'm not really sure why I have this strip here, but I know that we're going to do something with it. So we're going to start with our alcohol inks, and because we're doing sunflowers, I have several different colors of yellow by different companies. I have Pinata's Sun Bright Yellow, and then I have this off-brand yellow that I think is going to be a very light coating on there. We'll see how it works. Then we have lemon yellow, and we have another sunshine yellow from T-Rex, and we have Bellini orange by T-Rex. No label on there, didn't come with one. And we have another off-brand orange. And then for the centers of our sunflowers, I think I'm going to do teak wood because I want to do another technique with the centers. We'll see how that works out for us. I also might use butterscotch. These are both Tim Holtz. I think that might give me some of the definition in the sunflower petals that I'm going to be looking for. So I've got a small container with 91% alcohol in it. Excuse me, I'm going to set that to the side. And then I've got my plastic lid here that y'all have seen me use these time and time again. I like it because I don't have to clean it up afterwards. I can just toss it away. So, all that being said, we are going to, and I'm going to have to work back toward myself, which is kind of weird. But I need to figure out which paintbrush I'm going to use. I have a number of brushes over on the side here that I'm just going to test them out and see which ones I like best. And I also have a dotting tool here that has the silicone tip on the other end. If I need that to pull out the ends on my sunflowers, I will be using that. So, all of that being said, we're going to get started. And I think I'm going to start with the pinata. Oh dear. Yep, I should have opened that ahead of time. There we go. And I like to drop my alcohol inks onto something, onto some kind of a surface, so that I don't wind up with runners everywhere. I start by dipping my brush into the alcohol just to prime the brush. We're just gonna start to let's do an approximate here. I was going to draw out the petals, and I'm just basically trying to get down a layer. And since I want it to be pretty much organic, I'm just throwing out the colors, that's all. Like the end here, I can come back and make that pretty. because we know that there are going to be other petals on top. I'm not really worried about the shape so much. And I'm just going to go ahead and get my basic sunflowers down, and then I'm going to come back through and do the defining of the flowers. I'm laying my brush flat and just kind of turning it to the side a little bit. This is just a little a nail brush that I got in a kit from Amazon, and I purposely got it so that I can use it to do things like this. As you can see through here, it's not as visible, but I think once I come through with a little bit of orange, it will start to show better. Well, this one I don't even have open yet. Well, my goodness. Well, I keep a trusty pin off to the side here all the time. I really hate opening these containers. That's probably why this one's not open, because it likes to squirt you. And I really didn't want to wear that. I already am wearing tons of dye from tie-dyeing t-shirts, which is another thing that I would like to start doing here on this channel, is I'd like to start showing you how I do my tie-dyes. And if you're interested in that, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave a comment. And, you know, something so simple as, let me see your t-shirts. That would be just fine by me. Now, I do want this, I want it to kind of mix, because I don't want it to be very concentrated. So I'm going to attempt to do a bit of a mix, just to give myself like maybe that butterscotch color, but I already have these in here, so I'm thinking let's give it a try and see if we like it. Let's see on well, we have these over here. I want to see if we can't somehow highlight these a little bit. See if that makes a difference. Well, I think it's going to pronounce it a little bit more. I don't think it's going to be a stark difference, but you can see between the two colors. I think that's going to look nice. Okay. And there we have that. Yes, this is much darker. It's just starting to drive me a little bit crazy here. A little too dark. And since I'm going to be doing another section here, and it's going to be a much shorter one. Okay, all of the flowers have gotten all of their petals, and pretty petals they are. So now I need to decide what the heck I'm going to do about these. I don't know yet, but I do know that we can do our brown centers. So, and I'm going to add this right on top of the yellow. Oh, well, that's not good. It didn't hit the cup, but jeepers. Control yourself. I don't know how it didn't hit the cup because it went right next to it. Okay. And I'm just tapping it out because they're never completely, I don't know, there's like a little fluffy edge that goes around it. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a complete closed circle. Is that the word I want to use? I don't know. And I will have to go over this twice, I'm sure. But the centers are textured and there's different little colors because of the different colors on the seeds. So, I don't think it's quite big enough. It looks like it needs to be a little bit bigger. We're going to go a little further out. And if we absorb some of those little petals, well, that's what we've done. But we can come back and fill that in. You'll see here that I cleaned off the leaves, the green leaves, with alcohol, and I am using a sea sponge to absorb some of the alcohol ink that I have on the lid, And I'm just kind of going in between the flowers into the white sections. And I just wanted to point that out to you as to what's going on here. And there we have it. So when we come back, this is going to be all epoxied. So stay tuned. Well, we've made it to a finished tumbler. I wanted you to see that we have added some glitter. I'm going to try to lift this. There you go. You can see some of the glitter in there. Not a lot, just enough to give it a little bit of a shimmer. And I did sprinkle some into the middle of the flowers, the whites, around the flowers, I should say, not the middles. But I'm really pleased with the way this turned out. I kind of felt like it might have been a little too simple, but I feel like this is something that anyone at any level of tumbler making can achieve. And I hope you'll give it a try. So, thanks for watching, and until we meet again, toodles!